Thank you, Sydney. So today is an exciting afternoon for my students and myself and my city. This is the first time that students have had a chance to present their work that stem from a curriculum unit. And this essentially began last spring when we proposed the idea to Jim and to the leadership team about students coming to Yale to show essentially the point of our curriculum unit, which is the student product. And through lots of people's hard work and through a lot of people's support, we're here today. Last year, I was able to spend my summer in Dr. Saltzman's seminar called Physiological Determinants of Global Health. And through that seminar, my team of teachers were able to explore different issues related to global health. I happen to be interested in air pollution and its effects on the respiratory system, being a physiology teacher. Part of my goal when I teach my students is to make the classroom relevant to their real lives. Why does it matter? What's the point? And what can you take away from it? But included is how can we extend the learning beyond just the 180 days that you have the students? So in my curriculum unit, I try to instill in my students the idea of interdisciplinary learning, that what you do in science matters in history, and what it matters in English, and it matters even in art. That connection was difficult for my students. And through their struggle, through their perseverance, my student Diana Troung is here today to speak with you. And so now I'd like to introduce Diana Troung.
Good afternoon. My name is Diana Troung, and I'm currently a senior at Mount Pleasant High School in San Jose, California. This last school year, Ms. Vitug, my physiology teacher, taught me an interdisciplinary curriculum unit she created entitled Every Breath You Take, which focused on the respiratory system. This unit was the result of her participation in Dr. Saltzman's seminar, Physiological Determinants of Global Health. In this unit, I learned how air pollution affects our respiratory system, specifically how our alveoli are damaged and how our bronchioles become filled with soot. In class, we were taught the anatomy and physiology of the lungs. At the end of the unit, for the assessment, I had to connect my chosen respiratory disease to occupation, time period, artwork, and country, which all had to simultaneously connect. To showcase what the class learned, in groups of 3, we created a website and presented our research and creation in front of the class. The respiratory disease my group chose was lung cancer. And here is our website. Though many people did not realize it, lung cancer was very prominent during the Industrial Revolution in Great Britain and America. During that era, many people were prone to the disease, but coal miners were the most affected. Coal miners were more exposed to toxic chemicals than people with healthy lungs and blood. Miners worked in tight spaces underground, forcing them to inhale the polluted air surrounding them. Chemicals in the soot made it harder for miners to neutralize or remove toxins and made their immune system less effective. One challenge I faced in Ms. Vitug's unit was to connect a piece of art to respiratory health. The artwork my group chose is titled Coal Miners in Narrow Seams by artist Noel Cunningham. Cunningham was known for his oil paintings during the Great Depression. The artwork presented a miner in a tunnel with his face centimeters from the ground, appearing to be crawling. In the painting, Cunningham portrayed the darkness of the piece by using monochromatic tones, just as his guys of those days. From his hollowed-out eyes, large knuckles, to crouched posture, it is evident that the miners saw the darkness of their future. This unit was very different than what I've been exposed to in other classes. I never had to merge different subjects together to complete a task. Not only did I use my knowledge of science, but I also had to incorporate history and art to complete this innovative assessment. Unlike curriculum units in other classes, this used an interdisciplinary approach, which is very effective. I really credit Ms. Vitug for taking this opportunity at Yale to create a unit that has truly changed the way I see things. Thank you all for this unique opportunity to present at Yale today.